Well, thank you very much, and to my children, Leah, Lauren, and L'Oreal, and to my grandson, Ethan, and also to our two other sons, Lejean and Lemmy, who would have been here but just couldn't get away from a film project in Los Angeles they needed to focus on. I also want to thank all of my friends who are here, neighbors and colleagues who have come out to show your support for me and your love for the city of Detroit, the downriver area, the Grosse Pointes, and what I like to call Greater Detroit. We're here this evening to let the region of Greater Detroit, and for that matter, the nation, know that the spirit of change, the movement for change that sent President Obama to the White House in 2008 is alive and well in 2010, especially in Michigan's 13th Congressional District. If ever a state, a city, and a district were overdue for radical, fundamental, sweeping change, it is the state of Michigan, Greater Detroit, and the 13th Congressional District in the year 2010. Now, people are calling the economic downturn that began in December of 2007 the Great Recession. But here in Michigan, in Greater Detroit, in the 13th District especially, it has really been another Great Depression. Too many businesses have closed. Too many jobs have disappeared. Too many homes have been lost to foreclosure. Our primary industry, the automobile industry, has been transformed almost beyond recognition. Clearly, our economy will never be the same. Families are moving away, and our children are wondering if they'll have any kind of future if they remain here after they graduate from school. Ladies and gentlemen, I am convinced of this, that if we take the bold, innovative, and courageous steps toward real change that I'm about to share with you in my brief remarks, our future can be better than anything we've experienced in decades. Without a doubt, life as we've known it cannot and will not be the same ever again. Yet having said that, at this moment of historic transition, as we face a time of sweeping change, what are we, the people of Michigan's 13th District, getting from our elected representative to the United States Congress? I raise that question. When bold leadership is needed more than ever, Carolyn Cheeks Kilpatrick seems absolutely asleep at the switch in Washington. She doesn't seem fazed by the pain people are suffering. It seems that she's quite satisfied with more of the same. I say that primarily because Ms. Kilpatrick has been nearly invisible and virtually silent throughout this economic crisis. Ask yourself a question. What has she said about this economic disaster? What has she said? What has she done about it? What kind of leadership has she really been providing? She boasts of bringing $1 billion here. Where is it? Who's received it? She boasts of having prominent committee assignments in Washington, in Congress. She boasts of sitting on the powerful House Appropriations Committee. But how has Michigan's 13th Congressional District benefited? Now, these are appropriate questions to ask. And ladies and gentlemen, you deserve to know the answers. It's not enough to boast that you're on the team, but you've never been in the game. It's not enough to boast that you're on the team, but you score no points. You're always on the bench. It's not enough that you boast that you know the rules of the game, but you never bring home any victory. It's time for a game-changing decision. It's time to retire some players and get some new, younger, aggressive, unintimidated, more visionary players on the team. I don't know about you, but I'm hungry for some victories. I'm ready for some wins. We've had enough losses. Now it's time to win. Do you agree with me? Ms. Kilpatrick is either content with business as usual, or she's so distracted with other things that she's now completely ineffective. Many of us, me included, have honestly and sincerely prayed to God for her serious family issues. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Kilpatrick era to end. It's time to look ahead. It's time to go forward. It's time to rebuild. It's time to revive. It's time to reinvent. It's time to re-innovate. It's time for Greater Detroit and its 13th Congressional District to once again be a first-class, world-class, world-renowned center of excellence, creativity, innovation, and thriving industries, and for the whole earth to stand and applaud the Greater Detroit community. I think it's time. When times are tough, when a community is at the crossroads, it's time for new leadership to step forward and to say there's a better way. During tough times, someone has to step up and say, I see the way forward. During tough times, someone has to say, let's go in this direction. I've decided to offer myself as that someone. During the past 18 months, the time I've spent listening to the people of the 13th District, and for that matter, all over the Greater Detroit area, meeting with community leaders and studying the problems that we face, it's convinced me that I can offer the leadership. I can present answers to the tough problems, and I believe, in fact, I really in my heart am convinced that I have the skills and the experience to bring new jobs, to bring new industries, to bring new development, and a new sense of hope to the 13th Congressional District. Therefore, I am grateful to God and humbled as well to formally announce and declare my candidacy for election to the United States House of Representatives in Washington, D.C. as a Democrat representing Michigan's 13th Congressional District.